Hi everyone, I'm Aurimas. I am from Neptune AI, and today I want to talk about more general topic of MLOps, so building end-to-end MLOps pipelines. In the age of generative AI, we are kind of missing a little bit of the talks about MLOps because that's already a legacy, right? But MLOps is a function of many things. The output is pretty clear. It is a machine learning development velocity, horizontal one, right? So how many models and how fast you can actually deliver to production. And one of the issues here is the actual machine learning project lifecycle. So you can think of it as a 4-lane process, right? People involved, the feedback loops that you want to achieve, the stage and artifact handover. So in the first stage, you have the SMEs, data scientists, and PMs ideating on a stuff that you want to solve for. Then data scientists building the models, moving the POC of the models to the next stage where machine learning engineers build machine learning systems that already include more advanced features like monitoring, logging, and automated deployment pipelines, right? And once we kind of get to the final stage of deployment, we have monitoring, and we need to solve for different kinds of monitoring here. So one from monitoring to deployment stage, where we want to monitor system metrics and feature drifts, etc. And another one from monitoring to experimentation, where we want to perform A/B tests and actually build models, new models, experiment on them. And in modern MLOps, it's stated that all of this has to happen in a single boundaries of a single team. So the entire loop has to be encompassed in a single team. And that's not easy, because that's what we are kind of aiming to build, right? This is MLOps process. This is the main piece of it, right? We want to spend as much time as possible in experimentation environments, because this is where we are actually generating the revenue, right? And the next stage is, of course, feature stock. This is how we enable shareability and explorability of features by different teams. And as Simba mentioned, it's not only for storing features, it's also for discovering features, right? Next, we add the automation piece. So treating a machine learning pipeline as an artifact, building it, deploying it to a production environment. And this actually enables us to spend a lot more time in experimentation environments, right? Then we need machine learning metadata stores, model registries, so that we can actually see what's happening in these automated pipelines, so that we can compare experiments, we can choose which of them are the best ones, and finally use some automated deployment pipelines to move them to production. And this is thought about as the easiest part, even though it's not, because it's all about enabling data scientists and machine learning engineers to do it. On top of that, we need the actual feedback loops to be implemented, and here is where observability platforms come in. And all of it ends up in implementation of so-called continuous training, and this is very important. It's not important just because it's automated and it's tested and it's in production, but it's also about the fact that we enable machine learning engineers and data scientists to spend a lot more time in the upper piece of the picture. And when talking about deployment of models, enabling machine learning teams to do that by their own is a very important piece of a puzzle. And just thinking about one of the patterns of deployment, so being able to compose a deployed model from different pieces, it's a pretty complicated system, and each of the pieces serving the machine learning inference might be deployed by a different team, and we need to enable that. And we do that by slapping a machine learning platform on top of previous picture and making sure that a team is supporting the end-to-end machine learning team by providing necessary tools. The problem here is that the actual feedback loop that we are interested in is from models that we produce in end-to-end machine learning team, but you want to deliver to end user, right? So if machine learning platform allows us to create machine learning systems and machine learning systems, there's also a product team responsibility of connecting that through the backend services and front-end services, and that's where we get the feedback loop. And most of the A/B testing is implemented in developer platforms. So be sure that machine learning engineers can actually set up A/B tests and configure them themselves, because usually that's hidden in the developer platforms.